Well, the first week of disruption in Parliament's monsoon session is set to give way to a fiery debate on the Pahalgam attack and Operation Sindoor from today. The lower house of the Parliament is set for a high-voltage debate on the Pahalgam attack and Operation Sindoor from Monday as the ruling National Democratic Alliance, or NDA, led by Bharatiya Janata Party and the Indian Bloc, have agreed to end the stalemate. 16 hours have been allocated to both houses for a debate on these issues. The House will have a special discussion on India's strong, successful and decisive Operation Sindoor in response to terrorist attack in Pahalgam, according to the listed agenda of the Lok Sabha. It is expected that Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will initiate the debate in the Lok Sabha. NDA MPs such as Shiv Sena, Shrikant Shinde, Janata Dal United, Sanjay Jha, Telugu Desam Party's Harish Balayogi, who led the multi-party delegations to carry India's views on Operation Sindoor, may also speak during the debate in the Parliament. Also, the Upper House of the Parliament to take up the Carriage of Goods by Sea Bill 2025 for consideration and passing. The bill to provide for the responsibilities, liabilities, rights and immunities attached to carriers with respect to the carriage of goods by sea. The lower house of Parliament to discuss the readjustment of representation of scheduled tribes and assembly constituencies of the State of Goa Bill 2024 to provide for the readjustment of seats in the Legislative Assembly of the State of Goa insofar as such readjustment is necessitated by inclusion of certain communities in the list of the scheduled tribes in the State of Goa. Union Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal to move the bill to be passed. And for more on the Parliament, we have Dibyendu Mondal joining us. Well, Dibyendu, with a special discussion on India's response to the Pahalgam attack and Operation Sindoor today, Parliament is all set for heated debate on Pahalgam attack, Operation Sindoor. What all can be anticipated?
Well, Lipakshi, that's right. After a complete washout of the first week of the monsoon session of Parliament, it is expected that the much-awaited debate on the Operation Sindoor is likely to begin from this afternoon in the lower house, which is in the Lok Sabha. The debate is expected to be initiated by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who will inform the Parliament as well as the opposition parties that were demanding a formal statement from the ruling Treasury benches on the Operation Sindoor, and therefore Rajnath Singh is expected to lead the debate at about 12 p.m. when the Lok Sabha begins debating on Operation Sindoor. Apart from that, Lipakshi, of course, after the stalemate or deadlock that was being carried out in both the houses of Parliament, it is expected that after the meeting had concluded in the chambers of the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla on Friday with all the parties' floor leaders, the stalemate or the deadlock has come to an end, and finally we are expecting to see the Parliament function in this monsoon session after a complete washout of the first week. So, of course, as you also spoke about, the leaders that could perhaps speak from the ruling NDA, it includes the NDA partners as well, apart from the BJP leaders themselves. And as I also mentioned earlier, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will begin the debate from the government side, as followed by several senior leaders from the BJP who will respond or who will make their statement in this particular debate. Apart from that, NDA leaders like Shrikant Shinde, who had also been part of that all-party delegation, would also talk on part of the Shiv Sena. From the JDU, it is expected that Sanjay Jha or Lallan Singh, one of them would speak on this. Also from the TDP, there are two speakers who will speak from the TDP, who is also part of the NDA alliance. So therefore, it's going to be a power-packed debate. It is going to be a fiery, storm that we will witness inside the Lok Sabha from today. The time that has been kept is 16 hours. So it is expected that today and tomorrow will be the two dedicated days for this debate to be concluded in the Lok Sabha. But remember, Lipakshi, importantly, this is a special debate that is being undertaken in the Lok Sabha, and there will be no voting on this. There will be no replies that could be sought, because this is a special, the speaker is initiating some special provisions given to him to initiate this debate, and therefore there will be no reply. However, there will be a resolution that will be passed after the debate concludes on Tuesday. Dipakshi.
All right, Debindu, as you mentioned, apart from this special discussion on Operation Sindoor, which is lined up for 16 hours today and tomorrow, there are also other bills which are lined up. Can you tell us about that?
Well, in the upper house, in fact, in the lower house in Lok Sabha, the speaker or the government was trying to discuss the readjustment of seats of the scheduled tribes in the state of Goa. That has not been, taken up because of the disruptions that we saw from the opposition benches over the last 1 week. But that bill could discussion. But to begin with, Lipakshi, the first hour of the Lok Sabha is dedicated to question hour. So there will be questions that will be asked by the members and the government will reply to those questions. And after that, the debate will begin. But we'll have to see when the time is adjusted for that particular bill to be discussed. In the upper house, there are also multiple bills which one could be introduced by the shipping ministry. And the shipping union shipping minister Sarbananda Sonowal that deals with the shipping ministry's important aspect of the ships that come to India. It is being called as the merchant bill. So therefore that could also see discussion in the upper house. But as far as lower house is concerned, the primary focus for the first 2 days of this week would remain on Operation Sindoor. Lipakshi.
All right, Debindu, thank you so much for all that update. And moving on, India's national security architecture demonstrated the strength of jointness and strategic foresight with the Operation Sindoor initiated in the aftermath of the Pahalgam terror attack. Product of meticulous planning and an intelligence-led approach, the operation dismantled the terror infrastructure across the line of control and deeper inside Pakistan, and significantly ensuring minimal collateral damage. The operation demonstrated India's capacity for high precision, coordinated military action across land, air and sea. Indian Air Force conducted high-impact air operations on targets such as the Noor Khan Air Base and the Rahim Yar Khan Air Base, indigenously developed Akash surface-to-air missile system and legacy platforms like the Pechoran OSA-K provided layered defense grid during retaliatory drone and UAV attacks. Indian Army's air defense units worked in tandem with the Air Force, deploying a wide array of systems ranging from shoulder-fired manpads and LLAD guns to long-range SAMs. Indian Navy deployed its carrier battle group equipped with MiG-29K fighter jets and airborne early warning helicopters. Well, CBG maintained a powerful air defense shield that prevented hostile aerial incursions, especially from the Makran coast. Border Security Force also played a critical role in thwarting a major infiltration attempt along the international border in the Sabha district of Jammu and Kashmir. 2 infiltrators neutralized. The operation was made possible by years of investment in defense preparedness and the unwavering policy and budgetary support from the Government of India. Well, Operation Sindoor will be remembered as a defining moment in India's defense history, successfully eliminating terror threats, reaffirming India's regional dominance and sending a strong message that cross-border terrorism would be met with a calibrated yet firm response. And the Enforcement Directorate issued fresh